I'm telling you, man.
Hey, fam. Welcome back to yet another episode of I'm Telling You.
I'm telling you.
Ethel's in the house. The green room was effective. I'm Philly D.
Mr. Gemini.
Clickety clack, Mr. D.
Yeah. As always, we like to start the show by saying, hey, please reach out to us, continue that conversation. We always want to get like some movie quotes, dad jokes, or tell us we suck, we're awesome. We don't really care, but just reach out to us. You can get all three of us at
ity@directionsandmusic.org.
Yeah, or individually you can get Gemini.
GEMINI at directionsandmusic.org.
Or me, Philly D, PHILLY at directionsandmusic.org. Yeah, for first time listeners, this is a 30-year friendship of us making people feel human. Right? Because if you want to feel human, come see us. That's our new tagline.
Well, you took that and ran with it.
But yeah, you said, and I brought it up, but now we got, it's our new.
You.
Yeah, hey, and you and me, and you're good.
You're good.
But yeah, no, this is, it's an hour of us just dad jokes, movie quotes, talking about anything and everything, as well as sometimes we get special guests on, which tonight we got us a guy. Want to go ahead and introduce yourself, my friend?
Yeah, hi, my name is Dave Schechter. That is SHECTER. DaveSchechter.com.
Dude, that's awesome. Nice. Dude, you got to, especially nowadays, because I mean, that's the thing is like, all right, so when you become an actor, air quotes actor, there's only one name allowed per person to be, recognized. So, I mean, you can have somebody that's close, but there's got to be a modification, like if it's Dave, there's also David, or if it's Richard, there's also a Rich. And, so it's not just like first name, but last name. And it's like, so only one person gets it.
That's true. Because when I look up, my legal name is David, but I looked up David Schechter. Schechter is not a common name. And it's spelled the same way as mine. I looked it up on IMDb. And there's one there. The guy's been on that show, Two Broke Girls, I think it was called, behind the scenes. Yeah, when I looked it up, I'm like, I've never been on that show. That just blew me away that somebody out there has the same spelling as mine. But it's weird. Usually, usually people, when they try to spell my name, it's SCH. I don't know why. They throw a C in there. Everybody does it. Nah, it's SHEC.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Anyway,
yeah.
There is another actor with the SCH.
SCH? Hey, your audio is really good now.
Yeah, we don't care about that person. What we want is Dave Schechter, SHECTER.com. Yeah, the guy who's in the house right here, right now. Yeah, this is who we care about. Yeah, I don't know who that other person is.
We're not worried. Just forget about it.
Yeah, we don't care about him.
Yeah, let that.
About it.
I mean, not to say we don't care at all, but like right now, what it is I'm just saying, like, respect due. We're yeah. So
this Dave Schechter right here, actor for hire.
Yeah. Do you have anything that's coming up this year that you're like really looking forward to? Like anything you've been doing, or some projects that are like you've been getting into, or I mean, stuff that you can tell us. I mean, I don't need spoiler alerts. I don't want to. Well, I mean, if you put it that way.
Well, I posted a little something on Facebook the other day. I think it was yesterday, that I am in 4 feature films this year, which is really cool. And let's see, I'll be going down to LA in 2 weeks for one of those. I got a scene to do with I always forget his name. Have you guys heard of the Mahal brothers? Michael Mahal?
I don't.
Out of
not ringing a bell.
Not by name.
I don't know. I do better with faces or like productions or like, hey, do you remember that thing? Be like, oh yeah, those guys.
It's the Mahal Empire production. They're real big time indie filmmaker out of Vegas, but they do a lot in LA too. Anyway, I've been in like 7 or 8 of their feature films.
Dude, that's what's up. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
That's him.
Gotcha.
That's the man.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen that individual before. That's
Yeah, he raises millions in Indiegogo for these films. Anyway, I'll be down there in 2 weeks.
independent productions. Like this is like okay.
Well, it's his company, Mahal Productions, and he gets distribution through Gravitas, I believe. And I think there's a few through Lionsgate. There you go. Let's see how many yet. Oh,
yeah, it looks like most
that's 1, 2,
like horror
3.
films kind of stuff. Well,
I've been in 5 of those.
except for,
Nice.
Oh, wait.
yeah, Night of the Tommy Knockers. Yeah, that was.
That was a. Did you guys see that one? That's a good one.
I started to. This is where so I was checking out on. Like I started getting a lot more of the shorts and stuff were a little bit more readily available to see what your work was. But yeah, no, Bermuda.
Yeah, that was
interesting.
We could watch that.
I mean,
I was a bartender in that. It's a Western fun movie, man. Bro, worked with Tom Sizemore. That was a lot of fun,
Dude.
I like me some
He's a
ties.
good actor, man.
He is. He's been in some really good stuff.
Yeah, I loved him. I loved him in True Romance. He was
Dude, True Mass. That's a really good movie.
Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, he did an awesome job. And anyway, I'll be in Los Angeles in 2 weeks to do Alien Storm, another Mahal production. And I'm actually in a scene with Kevin Sorbo.
Get out.
Nice.
There you go.
I'm pretty excited about it.
You're right, dude. You're getting there, bro.
Yeah. He's
We have a list, man. There you go, homie.
Yeah. And then, and I actually got to go back in February for, it's a film called Bring Me a Skin for Dancing In. It's a horror out of Chris Sanders, who's directing it. He's out of London, and he's doing some of his scenes over here in LA. And I'll be down there for the weekend to shoot that. And then I have a film in Florida going on in April, which is, I'm hearing, a big production. What else? What's the fourth one? Oh, my own film. Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Say the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Me and my buddy here, we started A-Night Pictures. We just started it. Not just like early last year. And we've shot 2 short films that are doing the festival circuit right now.
Nice.
And we just finished the script somewhere around here for a feature film, our first feature. We're going to shoot that in March.
Dude, that's awesome.
Nice.
And
So now when you say your own film, you're talking about you're a part of like the writing production, I mean, or at least, multiple components of it where it's like, it's your idea with your partner and it's like you all are doing the whole.
Yes, the whole thing. I brought this idea to my friend Earl. Sounds weird. Earl Grey. Not related to the tea guy.
Yeah.
But I brought this idea to him and he loved it. He wrote it up. And it's going to be really, really good. The movie Sixth Sense?
Right.
That's kind of what he's comparing it to. He absolutely loves that film.
Okay.
Yeah.
He likes the ones that in the end you go, oh shit, I had no idea.
There you go.
And that's kind of what this is going to be. But
And that's what we were talking about in the Green Book before, where it's like, it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, it could be all sorts of different styles. If it's not unique, if it's not something that actually gets me to be entertained because it's different or special or a new take, or you're not going to grab my attention, you know? So it's got to be something like that nowadays. That's awesome, man.
That's what we're going to try and do. A lot of different stuff, but I'm pretty excited about it.
I have a question.
Okay.
What was it that made you want to be an actor? Because you said you have your normal, like 9-to-5 job, and then you act as well. So was it like something that you saw or participated in that made you just get that urge to be like, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, like more than you doing the Olympians or whatever. You're like, hey, this is pretty dope. I kind of like this. Like, what really pushed you?
Yeah, I didn't know how much I would like it until I started doing it. And I don't consider myself to be the world's greatest actor, but I think I'm okay. It's pretty good at what I'm doing, and I'm continuously improving on that. So I really enjoy it. And what made me become an actor or want to become an actor is, I just think I got caught up in all the really, any of the cool movies I would see, like Reservoir Dogs. I know it's that was what, 92 or something?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Reservoir Dogs 92, something like that.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, dude, I love it.
Man.
No, dude, True, man. Yeah, these are great, man.
All those kind of movies. I'd love to be a part of these type of movies. So. I like role playing. I just love it.
Yeah, right. But it sounds like you also want to be a part of something that has some complexity to it. You know, not so much to the point that it's like hard to follow, but just like it gets you to a place where it's like you're really just drawn into it, as well as, you know, like you were saying with your movie, where you like finish it and you're like, holy crap, wait, what? You know, the ultimate like plot twist at the very end, where you're just, you know, like Usual Suspects or whatever, when freaking was it Kevin Spacey all of a sudden is like walking like he's, you know, gimpy, and then all of a sudden he stands upright and just keeps on strutting. You're just like, wait, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, son of a bitch, he played us all.
Yeah. I just love that type of film. They grab you like that. Like whoa, shock you. So once I started doing it, I was like, I want to do this more and more, you know. And I meet a lot of great people.
And then you got your own dressing room, so it's like, dude,
I had my own dressing room.
Right? I'm telling you, man. Yeah, you're well on your way. It's awesome. I mean, I like the idea that you're doing your own full production. Like it's you and your buddy, and you guys are like legit from start to finish putting it on. Like, that's awesome. There's very few people that do that, you know, so just to even attempt it, man, kudos, bro.
Yeah, we're building our crew too. It's hard to find committed people that they're going to stick with, because, you know, there's either very little or no pay at this stage. So it's tough to find, because people, when you get to be our age and you try doing these type of things, it's hard because we all have jobs. We all have families and things like that. So it takes a little bit more to commit, you know, but we're getting there. We got a few people on board.
Dude, that's awesome. So, yeah, I remember there was I saw this documentary one time where there was I think it was like 3 friends redid Raiders of the Lost Ark, and they did it where they reshot like scene for scene over like 8 years or something ridiculous before they actually finished the movie and put it together. Yeah, so the documentary was about them running the entire set and like everything. I mean, legit took them like, it was like 8, 12. It was something insane, like just years and years.
Oh my God.
It started when they were kids. kids.
Like, hopefully it doesn't take that long.
Well, no, but it just the amount of heart that goes into something like that, where it's like, dude, even if it takes us 8 years to shoot it, like, holy crap! Like, if you have that kind of staying power, if like this is how much love you have for it, like we were talking about earlier, bro. That's if you can do that for anything, it doesn't mean if you're like movies, music. If you could legit say, hey, I'm willing to put that kind of time in, like that's dope effort, and I want to see that production. You know what I mean?
They do it for the love.
All right.
Yeah, but that's what exactly what I'm saying. Like, it's got to be for the love, because otherwise, like, what's the point? You know? I mean, dude, I always say, was it go big or go home? Like, if you're not going to do it, then don't do it.
I mean, some of the best breakout roles, all of the best breakout roles, were like those guys were hungry.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they had to live, eat, breathe the character that they were playing. You know, I mean, Taxi Driver.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
That launched a career. You know?
Yeah, man.
But that was dedication. That was hunger. That was, you know what I mean? It was some kind of driving force.
You got to have that, right? That driving force. Something got to push you to want to live that role. And you know, and I would do it. Get the right role, and I'm there.
Dude, you know, we had Larry Hankin on not that long ago, and he was talking about how he got to work with Bill Hader, and he was at a place where he's just kind of like, yeah, I was kind of done with acting. You know, he was getting into playing guitar and like painting and like making his own art and stuff, and he's just like, I don't want to act anymore. And somehow or another, people got a hold, and they're just like, yeah, Bill Hader wants you to, like, they didn't even interview him. They're just like, Bill Hader and his partner want you. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. And I mean, as he's talking about it, he's like, yeah, I don't want to act anymore. But he's like, it's fucking Bill Hader. It's like to actually just have that opportunity. So, I mean, that's the thing is like, dude, when you get that once in a lifetime opportunity, you're like, yo, I just want to do at least like this. I mean, dude, to be able to say it, but then also like go for it and live it, man. I mean, you're going for it, bro. Like, this is what's up, homie. That's hot shit. Like, how many people can say that stuff, you know? Like, for real.
And, you know, if it doesn't work, I'm happy with what I'm doing.
You got a side job, so, you know, you're good.
Yeah, you got to have that. Like, you know, I meet people that do this full time on kind of like my level, you know, that are nobody's yet, but are doing this stuff full time. And I'm like, how do you support yourself, man? I never asked them. I just wondered.
You're right. Well, I mean, you don't want to be nosy, but
right. And I was like, God, if I could do this full time, I'm there. And, you know, I don't want to be like, you know, anything like that. It happens, great, but I'm not striving for that. That's not what I want to. That's not what it's all about. You know, there's the more you do these independent films and you go around to different states and cities and you meet kind of the same people doing these films, they always tend to hire these actors that are named, like Michael Paré, Eric Roberts, and Robert Lasardo, all these guys. And these guys, that's where I want to be. Because these guys are working constantly.
Yeah.
They have the list. Look at their IMDb pages. They've got like, you know, hundreds of film in work, acting, you know, and it's like, that's what they do. And they're all happy. I get to that point.
Yeah.
I'm happy, man. I don't, you know, I don't have to punch a time clock. I don't have to answer to the man.
No chance to get typecast.
God, I do get. I'm always a cop.
Always a cop.
And I know why. Because I bought a cop car for a film.
It's true. I saw there was proof. I verified it. Yeah, you used it for the one clip, and the way you were cutting is like, dude. I mean, that's the one thing I would say is I've definitely enjoyed about the work I've seen from you is not just like you doing your, you know, the different characters, but I mean, a lot of them have just been cut really well. Like that in and of itself is impressive, you know. Because, I mean, you can take like the crappiest, you know, video, but if you cut it right, it looks dope as shit. Because that's the thing is there's been lots of times when I've seen like a really amazing trailer. I'm like, holy crap, I want to watch this movie. then I watched the movie. I'm like, this is a horrible piece of shit. What they bamboozled me.
Yeah, a lot.
Right?
A lot.
A lot.
And that's kind of what me and my buddy are going to steer away from.
Nice.
We're going to make quality films. I don't understand. I watch films, some of these independent films, and I'm looking at the actors and all, and I'm like, this. I don't mean to talk bad about people, but some people can't act, right?
I'm not going to disagree with you.
And I just think that when you're watching this as a director, or you would think, this isn't going to go over too well. But somehow it gets through, and they let it go. But we want to make films that are top notch and people are going to want to watch over and over. Because, we don't have anything here up in the Seattle area. We've kind of got skipped over in the film industry. They either do it in Portland or they go up to Vancouver and film. So to be something in Seattle, I think would be awesome. I think if we could create something, which is what we want to do, where people would come to and want to get films made, a name for the Northwest. That's what we're shooting for. So.
Dude, that's awesome.
Aim high, man. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean that's kind of task, but that's very similar in the idea of like what we do. It's like, dude, we want to be, and it's not like we're sitting here saying, oh, this has to be the standard. It's just, this is what we see as our standard. And we're just going to live by that example, because we know that there is a quality of anything out there where it's like, we just want it to be as raw, honest, respectful. Just, if you're going to do it right. I always say, go big or go home. Like if you're not going to do it right, then don't do it at all.
Yeah. I agree with that. Right.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. And you're doing it. So can you give us any spoilers? Like, what's the movie about? Like, is there any kind of like... you see, there you
go. Sure, I can tell you a little bit about it. I played the lead role.
Nice.
I'm a cop. Imagine that. Well, it's sort of a mystery type thriller slash I'm investigating serial killings that are going on around my town, and my wife becomes a victim. One of the neighbors, some other folks become victims of the serial killer. And
dude, I mean, you're setting yourself up for some serious personal, you know what I mean? Like, you're talking about messing with the wifey. It's like, dude, you're building for the eventual of like revenge, but you're also getting the audience to be on the side of you, because it's like this poor guy, he's just trying to do good, and it's a pretty good character.
Yeah,
I'm liking this.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
You don't want to give too much. Yeah, absolutely. No. So I was like, if you can, hey.
I would tell you the thing at which you'd go, oh, man, that's cool.
But I mean, that's half the fun, is like going to see something like that and actually be surprised for once. I mean, I've been watching movies for so long. Usually I go to watch a new movie, and usually like 2 to 5 minutes in, I'm just like, well, that's the bad guy. Yeah, that one, they're going to die in 10 minutes. And it's so cookie cutter. So when you can actually watch something, you're like, this is what's going to happen. And then like an hour and a half later, you're like, oh, son of a bitch. If you can bamboozle me, do I want to watch that movie?
Yeah. And he's going to, Earl, who wrote the film, is going to have these little, what do you want to call them?
Vignettes, or?
My Alzheimer's kicking in. There's going to be little clues in different scenes that you won't notice right away. until the end, or if you go back and watch it again.
Easter eggs.
Yeah, the Easter eggs.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. There are going to be Easter eggs in the film as you're watching it.
Well, that was
probably not going to notice them.
at the Sixth Sense.
Well, yeah, but a lot of movies have done that. Well, I mean, The Matrix did it because it would give you the coloring or the hue of the scene, told you whether it was like in a specific world or not. It was like there was always like little bit of just slight modification.
There was a lot more than that, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
Like hidden stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's again, when you're doing an appropriate production, you're thinking about all those little things where it's like, you know what, if we just slip this in there, it's like, dude, you guys wouldn't know it, but you know, and it's that little extra bit of love. I mean, that makes a huge difference, I think, on anything though, but you know.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know.
Makes it worth watching more than one.
Well, yeah, because I mean,
and attention to details.
Do absolutely, because there's very few directors anymore that are, you know, that precise where it's like, no, it has to be this way. Like, I mean, they see the production so finished in their head that it's like, no, you're supposed to come from the left side. No, this is supposed, like, they've already seen the scene in their head. It's already been cropped and cut.
This is how it's going to be.
But what we were already saying though, like some of the best scenes, especially dialogue scenes that have come like throughout history,
right,
have been completely ad-libbed and weren't even originally part of the plan. But it's just like, no, this is good. Keep rolling.
Well, because I think a solid director typically knows that they're just giving direction. It's like they know what they're looking for, and if it's like, hey, we've casted correctly, we have the right script. If all the things are in place, I just got to sit back and just tell him to roll, you know, film. Like that's it. It should just shoot itself almost in a sense. Yeah. You know, I mean, that's
it should.
Well, but then that's the thing. So again, when you pick the appropriate, you know, actors or whatever to play those roles, when you say, "Hey, give me one how it's written, but give me whatever you got and just, you know, see what happens," you typically have chosen the right individuals where they're going to be those characters, and they're gonna get out of their ways, and just you can't write that stuff, you know, like it's got to be that raw and honest, but you got to be out of your own way kind of shit. Like you just got to.
You would do like that. Whose line is it anyway? Type, like,
basically
right off the cuff.
Yeah, but like you're.
Yeah, I did a few commercials up here where the director has used the script. I mean, the scripted lines, like a car commercial, and then he'll give you a chance to do your own thing, which is kind of cool if you're good at ad-libbing and thinking quick, which I'm not, but it's fun to try. I think most directors will give you that opportunity to, here's the script, here's the scene, let's do it, and then give me what you got, or whatever you think, you know.
What's your takeaway from this character? Yeah, what's your take on this character?
Well, yeah, but I mean, because the better actors, you know, like we say, you know, you get out of your own way, but I think the better actors do more than just get out of their own way. They realize, hey, this is what the character is, and they remove themselves. You know, it's like they're just like, no, this is who I gotta be. You know, and I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a white guy playing a black guy, you know, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, he's not gonna say it this way.
Yeah, but I mean, but you get plenty of directors where, because I mean, yeah, go back, Larry Hankin, when he did his thing with Bill Hader, he came in with his character being this way, and Bill Hader literally.
You do a Russian accent. Yeah, of course.
Right. Well, he's on scene. They're filming all day, and he's like, you know, I did this, that, and the other, and he's like, and Bill Hader never talked to me. Like, never gave me direction. Like, he's like, once he's like, all right, Larry, you're in, go do your thing. He's like, he never talked to me for the entire morning. It cuts the whole scene, throws it in the can, and it's like on to the next shit. And, you know, here he's just saying, he's like, why? He didn't say anything. Like, what the hell? What is going on? I don't understand. So he goes back to him and he's just like, hey, bro, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, you didn't do the character the way we wrote them, but you know, we thought what you did was great, and I love it. So we're gonna. It's just like, oh well, crap. So
we just didn't know how to direct you, so we didn't do anything. We just
But
kept rolling.
and I think that's the thing is a good director is going to see that. It's just like, hey, you know, this isn't exactly what I was asking for, but this shit works.
I like it. A lot better. Yeah.
Yeah. And so giving the actor that freedom or understanding that it's like there has to be that interpretation. I mean, I think that's what makes some of the better directors.
What did he say? He said he never did a backstory on a character before. That was hilarious because he's like, I've never ever done a backstory. On a
fucking
character.
Bill Hader. I got to.
I just go in, I do my bit, and then I'm gone. Like it's a job.
Yeah,
you know?
like kind of like how you're saying, like you're enjoying it and it's fun and everything, but it's just like, yeah, no, I'm here to do my work. It's like a plumber. It's like, yeah, you got a leak. I'm going to fix it. All right, cool. Here's your bill. I'm out of here. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
But for like Bill Hader, he's like, it's Bill Hader. Like he fanboyed the shit out of him.
So he did everything right except he didn't actually have a Russian accent.
Yeah, the one thing that they asked him, can you do this for us? And he's like, oh yeah, I got that. He did not have that. It was horrible accent, but at the same time, dude,
but the role itself, I mean, like I watched that scene later. I was like, that's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, it lended his hand to it. But that's the thing is like, so when you get those kind of professionals, they're like, yeah, no, that's not what I was asking for, but fuck yeah, let's go with it. This is great shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But
accents are hard to do.
So some of my better directors, as far as like what I consider like solid directors is like John Hughes, Tarantino, Guy Ritchie. But these are individuals where they're paying close attention. It's that finite detail. It's those little Easter eggs. It's all of it. It's clever. It's the
everything in a scene has been crafted.
Yeah,
like, nothing out of place.
The lines are right. The attitude's right. The actors. There's just such a finite amount of detail. You get sucked into whatever it is that it is. Like
whatever it is that it is,
dude. I out of all of those directors, anything and everything they've ever produced, I'm pretty much just like, dude, this is a dope production. Like I just absolutely enjoy it. Same with the Broken Lizard, man. Broken Lizard is dope as shit. Dude, Super Troopers 1 and 2. Are you shitting me? Club Dread.
I'm just thinking your favorite. Hey, where'd that come from?
The Guy Ritchie's oh God, why can't I think of his name?
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, Guy Ritchie's first Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. The opening, the one scene where he's in the bare knuckles boxing and he whoops the big dude's ass, and the whole entire room just goes dead silent. Off screen, you hear this other dude just like all the way in the back. He's like, "Oi, where'd that come from?" And it just breaks the entire silence because it's like what everybody in the audience is thinking. It was just like, what the hell just happened?
It was beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was all of those little pieces.
I have to see that film. I haven't seen that one.
What, the Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr.?
Oh, that's the one where he's he's going through a visual, like telegraphing all of his moves that he's going to go through, and then he does them in succession.
Yeah, so there's basically Guy Ritchie paints it where Sherlock Holmes is so thought forward that in his brain he's envisioning everything that's about to transpire over the next few seconds, and he's doing this what seems like for a minute, but it's probably like milliseconds, and it's showing like to the level of knowledge, depth, and ability that Sherlock can he can think for a half second about what he's going to do for the next 5 seconds. Like that's how smart he is, and the way he frames the scenes to show you that it gives you this long drawn out sequence, and then all of a sudden it's just bing bang bang boom, and it happens so quick that you're just like, what the hell? It throws you back. Like it's well cut scenes. Like it's just production wise. Dude, Guy Ritchie's super dope, but I like British humor and shit too. Like Bricktop and stuff, and I don't know.
You do love
that. I love me a good Bricktop, man. He's dope.
You know what Nemesis is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to do it?
No, I'm not going to do it right now. But so let me ask you this: what are some of your influences then, as far as because you're doing your own production this year? So you said your guy was talking about M. Night Shyamalan's Sixth Sense. So what you personally would be some of your influences? That it's like, hey, I want to make these kind of quality productions. That it's like pushing you to do that.
I like you said, I like Tarantino. Mm-hmm. Yeah, John Hughes was good.
Any one of those in particular, like your favorites or your go-to that you always want to watch?
Tarantino, I watched Django a few times.
Yeah, Django Unchained. Yeah, Jamie.
Django, yeah. I thought that was a good one. Of course, Reservoir Dogs is always going to be in my top 3. Wasn't it Ridley Scott that did True Romance? Tony Scott.
No,
One of those did True Romance.
Yeah, true. Oh God. Yeah. No, I know. Because I actually
think it was
a trivia question. Yeah, I think it is Ridley Scott.
I think it was Tony. Fact checker.
Yeah, Miss JD, are you looking this up for us?
I think you are, but that.
To know
True Romance. Who did True Romance?
it's Tony Scott.
Tony Scott. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, not Ridley Scott, Tony Scott. We had a Scott. We knew it was Scott.
It was a different Scott.
Scotty doesn't know.
I think they're related, aren't they?
That I don't know. That's a fact checker. Yeah, Tony Scott, Ridley Scott.
Yeah,
are they like brothers or cousins or
What's the other name?
Ridley Scott. Yeah. Ridley Scott, that's the one that does the Transformers and stuff, right?
Is it? I think so.
I think, yeah. Did he? I feel like it was like 1 or 2 of them.
Scott's the younger brother
Okay.
of Sir Ridley Scott.
Wow. He was knighted?
He was knighted.
Sir Ridley. Those type of movies, man, are awesome. That's my style, I guess, of what I would like to mirror. I always liked the original Point Break. You guys saw that one.
Oh, you do, yeah.
mentioned that
OG
a few
Point
times.
Break. All right, so John C. McGinley is like one of my all-time favorite ranger actors, where he just like goes off, and he's the douchebag FBI agent.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Hey, Jack, get your surfboard out. This is an office, not the Point Break. He's just running his mouth. Like, dude, that's a great scene.
Like when, like it just yells at what's his Pappas?
Yeah, Pappas.
He yells at Pappas. He goes, "Yeah, go ahead, Pappas." I forgot what he said to him. He's just a little more older, a little more pathetic, or something. It was a great scene when he was going off on them. I love that movie.
Yeah, where he's talking about
What a great car chase.
Yeah, because he's basically.
Quick chase.
Oh yeah, right, dude, coming on going through the gas station and stuff.
Going through the houses and stuff.
Hell yeah. Yeah, plus you also had Anthony Kiedis was in that. Yeah, he was one of the one of the surfers that was like they were all, they were doing like the Crank or whatever the hell else, the Pony Boys or whatever it was, or was it? I think it was Pony Boy or something, wasn't his name? Or Wild Child or something, or
Wild Child, yeah, or Bunker, who was
Vincent was War Child. That's what it was.
War Child.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
who was looking good in that film was Lori Petty. Yeah, she was Keanu's girlfriend in that.
Yeah. She was but that's Tank Girl.
Tank Girl, yeah.
Yeah, she was also Gingy Cohen's Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, I think she's a dope. Like, I enjoy her. I love Tank Girl.
I did too. I don't know what happened to her, but
I think after Orange is the New Black, she was just like, no, I'm good. Like, she'd already done enough stuff, so I don't think she was really doing anything else from that. But yeah. Oh, it's right, A League of Their Own. Oh, I forgot about that.
We really.
Yeah, she's done a bunch of stuff. She's super dope. But yeah, I mean, dude, that's so talking about good directors, dude. Gingy Cohen, I love her.
The Cohen, yeah.
Because I mean, she did Weeds and got shafted, and they had to cut season 8 and 9 into like the final season. But when she got to do Orange is the New Black, she actually got to run the full production, and I thought it played out really well. Like,
and that was a big hit.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, so few things actually get completely lit where it's just like boom, start to finish. We don't care. 5 seasons done, you got it. I think Breaking Bad was one of those where it's like, hey, it's 5 seasons and I'm done.
It had a start and a finish. It had a definite end point before the.
Not like Walking Dead, huh?
Yeah, I think that was like something that was like, yeah, we can get 2 or 3 seasons. They're like, hey,
that was
keep
overdone.
going. Yeah, I agree.
I fell off of it. I was just like, it got to be too much after a while.
Dude, when it hit 3rd season and it was like all backstory, I'm like, can we get back to killing the zombies? Isn't that what we're watching for this for? I thought that's what. It's not.
Like, no, I made it through 10 seasons, I think, but.
My kid watched it all. I couldn't do it.
Post-apocalyptic time drama, basically involving zombies.
I don't know what happened to it now. I lost interest.
Yeah, as the zombie turns.
Yeah. Yeah, they could have ended that one a while back.
Well, yeah, they could have, but it didn't. It didn't help profits to do that.
Well, yeah,
they kept milking that cash cow. Yeah, because they had the Talking Dead. Yeah, the follow up show, and it's just like
people were watching it
again. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. It was the Talking Dead with I can see his face, but I don't know the host of that. I can see his freaking face, but
I don't even.
Yeah, he was like a game show hosty dude, I think.
Yeah, I never really got
plenty of hosting stuff, but
I fell off the show. I wasn't about to start watching that. I was like,
dude, yeah, neither did I. I'm just like, wait, dude, so you're going to watch the show and then you're going to sit there and listen to people talk about the show that you just watched.
Wait, you're going to watch a show about a show.
Right. I didn't, yeah. Well, I mean, plus at that point, I'd lost interest. It was out of my mind.
Once the main guy left, what's his name? I forgot his name.
Rick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the actor's name.
Once Rick left, that was it.
Yeah, Rick.
I don't understand why he left anyway.
Rick was the one that started the whole thing.
He had a good thing going.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is, but yeah, that's the host. No, not him.
Yeah, my favorite was Daryl.
I mean, but that was the thing. There was plenty of great characters in the production. I mean, the first couple of seasons were done really well. Like it was, I mean, dude, zombies have been done. Oh, Chris Hardwick. Yeah. That's who he is.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, dude, zombies have been done since the 60s, right? Like, dude, it's fucking zombies is zombies at this point. So, I mean, the fact that you had more of almost like a visceral response because it was very in the moment. It was almost like MTV's Real World, but with zombies. And it was just like, look at these people run from the zombies.
The Walking Dead did have something different in my mind when I watched it, though, because it became very clear really early on that it wasn't the zombies that you really need to look out for.
These are not the zombies you're looking for. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Which totally flips on like 28 days and 28 days later, that was totally different. Those zombies were fucking scary. Because the minute they saw you, they could run. Like they didn't just.
The Walking Dead was more psychological. It was very much more about painting the picture of the people and giving you the interactions of what's like. This is it's like the real world,
like
but with
when all your chips are down and like you don't know who to trust.
Yeah, nobody.
Like, this is what happens when the world falls apart.
All right, the chick with the swords, she's awesome. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, what was her name?
Well, Michelle or
Michonne.
Michonne. That's what. Yeah, Michonne. Yeah.
I want to. If they make one of those like 8-inch tall figurines of her with the 2 zombies behind her, I should get that.
Were those totally like her sons or something? Or when you found out at the end, like it was like her cousin or yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I remember the
2 of them
like,
were well, not the ones, but like they showed you scenes of her.
She trapped them or something, and then
had them
cut their lower jaw off so that they couldn't bite her.
Yeah,
and put a chain on.
But it also seemed to tame them. She said. Like taking the jawbone off, it was like one, it just kind of like completely disbanded them because they can't bite me, but it also like made them docile.
Yeah, because they can't eat anymore either.
And they're just like,
Did you guys ever watch Z Nation?
Hell, dude, you know what? Like, all right, so zombies have been done before. Oh my God. And sci-fi usually has like so production. Dude, Z Nation was dope. That was
I was in a couple of those episodes.
Dude, no, as soon as he said that, I'm like, wait a minute. Well, because my brain like has its own movie screen in it, so it like paints pictures for me.
I was just a zombie then.
Oh, okay. See, it was because you go insane to talking about being a cop and all that stuff. I was like, I feel like weren't you one of the army dudes? Didn't you play an army?
No, I wish.
I wish. Nah, I just got
But I
before.
I was in. They did that in Spokane over here in Washington State. I was in the same episode as Anthony Michael Hall.
Fuck yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah, Brian Johnson from Breakfast Club.
From the Breakfast Club.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's like,
he's got a beer
That's
called
like
Johnson's
my favorite.
Underwear because we love Breakfast Club. Oh yeah, dude. We got Breakfast Club coaster. Yeah, I got Breakfast Club picture on the wall. Yeah, Breakfast Club, the lunchbox. Breakfast Club.
You know what? I was John Bender in high school.
Oh, really?
To the team, man.
So you were like in the garage and like stabbing chairs and talking shit and smoking doobie in your from your top
I was
locker.
Right on. That's what I said when I'm a late bloomer. I was too busy running around crazy.
Hell yeah, man! You
now-
got it
Way past high school.
why does this come out at 46 minutes? That's what I want to know.
Well, that's how we roll, bro.
Because you brought up the Breakfast Club.
Dude, but all right, so yeah, John Hughes, like he paints the picture of all of those 5 very specific, psychological personality traits, and he shows an accurate and honest interaction between them. That's the thing I said is like, dude, John Hughes and cats like that.
That's what made it so big.
Well, yeah, their production is if it was the real world and you're just capturing it on film, and it's like it was all written, it was all scripted, and yet it looked like it was legit, just caught in the moment,
Yeah. Do you think they should have done a part 2?
No,
No.
That would have ruined it, huh?
it was good as is. It didn't need anything else.
Okay.
Now, Super Troopers 1 and 2, yeah, that needed a second one because it was just that good. Yeah, no, there's some production where it's like when you're done, you're done. I mean, same thing. It's like when they do a remake, like Red Dawn. Red Dawn was fine by itself. You didn't have to make it again. There was no call for that.
So was Point Break.
Right. Again, Point Break by itself. Done. Finished. It's good.
I mean, it wasn't a bad rendition, but
it wasn't a good one either.
It wasn't the original.
I thought it was horrible.
I mean, it was a nice interpretation, but but see, that's also where I'm like, I don't like studio movies because when you get those guys coming in, they're just like, no, we need more guns, more violence, more blood, more wow. You're like, no.
Honestly, the original one had more of a visceral feel for me anyway.
Well, yeah, because just like you were saying, the chase scene when he's like running through and they're just going from, like running through the houses, going through the gas station. It's just like, then he's getting shot over and it's just like, holy crap. It's just like boom, boom, boom. It takes and just draws you in. Like,
yes. And the skydiving scene really got me too. I've done a number of skydives and it's absolutely thrilling.
Never jumped out of an airplane. Thought about it a few times, but
you've done a bunch of skydives?
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. Like 25 times.
Like 25, dude, that's very specific. That's 25 more than me. That's for sure.
You ever want to get one of those flying squirrel suits?
That's funny you mentioned that. I was looking at that stuff today online.
Nice.
Some of the YouTube videos on because they have a wind tunnel down in Florida where you can do the wingsuit thing indoors.
Right.
Yeah, I thought, wow, that's how they teach you.
Right.
Yeah, isn't there one in Vegas too? I think there's one in Vegas too. I feel like
there's one not far from here.
Yeah, I think there's not a bunch of them, but no, I think there's a few of them at this point. But yeah, I think there's like one in Vegas. Yeah, I think there's one.
There's more now than there's.
Oh yeah, but they're not like 7-Elevens. You're not going to find them on every town.
It's called Sky something. I forget.
It's
Sky. I don't know. Look it up. Sky.
Don't look at me.
With the sky. I don't know.
Something with the sky.
Indoor skydiving.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
It's just
skies are us.
It's just this giant vertical
skies
wind tunnel thing.
The sky's the limit,
dude. So what got you to like want to?
Ceiling's the limit, but
right? Yeah.
Dead detail.
Yeah.
Like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. There's a fan up there. Just burp. You'll come down. So what got you to want to like skydive and stuff? Like, I mean, was this just like a bucket list thing, or you're just like, fuck it, I'm dumb enough to try it. Let's go. Because that's my problem. I'm dumb enough. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll try it once.
my first skydive was the tandem. That was in 92, I think. And I did it with my girlfriend at the time. And man, I was fearless then. And I absolutely loved it. So I didn't do it again for about 10 years. And then,
although I absolutely loved it, so I didn't do it for another decade.
yeah, I did. Well, it's true. And then I decided I'm gonna take the course. That's why I got 25 jumps in. I started going through
so many hours.
Nice.
So I ended up doing 25 jumps, and I got to my solo status. And then I just I decided to try scuba diving.
So how many jumps do you have to go on before they make you, like, do you have to pack your own chute from the beginning, or?
No, that would be deadly.
Yeah, that would be hard pass.
They don't actually teach you how to do that, to know.
They do, but
that's like
once you're,
not on your first time.
Yeah.
So for your first 25, it's all completely set up for you, and
it's all set up. Yeah.
And you only have to tandem once, or do you have to multiple?
No, most of those were tandem to learn. Well, I shouldn't say that. You start off doing like static line, which when you jump out, it opens automatically. And then they talk you down with a radio, and you learn how to maneuver and land. And once you complete that after, I don't know, so many jumps, then what was next?
Is it scary? I mean, do you hit the ground and kind of like kiss the ground like when you get there? I mean, it's an experience. I mean, it's the thrill that you're looking for, right? I mean, is it scary? I would think that'd be scary.
I'd be shitting myself the whole way. I mean, at least the first time.
Not to me. It's not scary.
It's a rush.
It's a rush. There's nothing like it.
It's like when you go down a really steep roller coaster.
It's like up here.
It's like that feeling of
but a steep roller coaster
weightlessness. You're experiencing weightlessness. It's like you're floating.
You're also experiencing the ground coming at you.
You're floating.
Terminal velocity, bro. That's not floating. That's falling really, really fast.
You have a parachute.
You should try it. You guys should try it.
Me and my husband tried going when we lived in Georgia, but the weather was bad that day, and we haven't been able to reschedule it yet.
It's a good thing you didn't go with.
But I think there's a place an hour from us where we live now.
Yeah, there's actually up around my area. There's actually a few airfields that take people up, and so I mean, there's quite a few people. I actually have a couple of friends that do it, and I'm just like, nah, we good.
And you still know them, right? They're still alive.
Yes, I do. That I'm aware of. I mean, I haven't talked to them today, but great. Now I got. Oh God, I have to make some phone calls in a minute. This fucking guy over here. Why are you always doing this to me? You don't like my people? What's wrong with you?
I'm just thinking it would really be confusing if you like left a message for somebody last minute and just be like, "Oh, dude, I'm sorry, I gotta go. I'm gonna jump. All right, like what?
That would
Dude, what did he just say? He's gonna jump. Where is he?
Yeah, what was the Jason Statham movies or whatever? Crank.
Oh my God!
When he's jumping out of the plane. And then he's like calling his girl while he's falling from out of the plane. He's just like, "Hey, babe."
Well, was that where he had to keep his heart rate above a certain?
Doesn't happen.
Yeah, he had to keep like, "Oh yeah, you don't have reception up there." Like, are you kidding me? Plus, it's also going to hear is here.
You can't even talk.
Like
back
right,
and forth.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no
because the sound
like they did in Point Break.
Yeah.
Pull the chair. No, you pull your chair. It doesn't. You can't hear each other. But
Dude, I mean, I love me some Keanu. I love Point Break. Like, it's just, I mean, that movie there's a soft spot in my heart for that movie.
Seriously, you've mentioned that for the last couple months. I know a couple times.
Dude. It's a really good movie.
To the point where I feel like I need to go back and watch it again.
Well, because, I mean, it's that one. And also, I think the movie The Replacements, where Keanu basically plays like washed up college football player. And so he gets like a real job. But, you know, in The Replacements, he's like a barnacle scraper. But, you know, in Point Break, he becomes an FBI agent. It's just
Johnny Utah.
Yeah, Johnny Utah. But yeah, he basically played like Johnny Utah twice in 2 different movies. Like, yeah, Point Break and The Replacements. I mean, that's I'm not saying that's what legit happened. That's my personal opinion. I feel very much like that's what he did.
I love Keanu, but you ever seen where they took all of his like all the different versions of
Bill and Ted's and all
like,
right.
Like, and they pushed them all together and like, oh yeah, so it's like 30 years worth of yeah.
Well, yeah, but they did that with freaking Schwarzenegger too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's just like 30 seconds. They're just like, oh my God, what's wrong with that guy?
Making a whole lot of sound.
Yeah, but you can do the same thing with what they did with Michael Jackson with all of his hee-hees and stuff. Yeah, and all them shits.
They did it with Trump during the
oh yeah, right.
The sniffing. He was sniffling all the time.
Yeah.
During the debate, he would go, you know, and somebody put like 2 minutes of sniff in a new video. Oh, it just cracked me up.
Oh, dude, but see, I like politics. You know, I like
that I'm okay with. Like, did you see the politic debates last night? No, but I saw this nice little mashup. It's pretty good.
Not that I'm poking at anybody. It's just like, you know, here's a remix.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's I can find that stuff comical, but I don't know. I have a warped sense of humor.
If you mix that on vinyl, is that scratch and a sniff?
Oh. Wow, it's a good thing this is almost over.
Yeah, so you guys like the John Wick series?
Dude, you know what? I mean, like, all right, so I feel like when we got towards the end, you got more towards the studio kind of stuff. So, I mean, the first couple were just like because, I mean, I think Matrix kind of paved the way for that understanding that you could be just slightly more advanced, but not like unbelievable with, what was the Angelina Jolie movie where they like throw their arm really hard and the bullet would bend around the corner. It's like, dude, come on. Yeah, so I mean, premise wise and how it looked, I thought the first couple was like a really dope production. You know, because I mean, you got that kung fu, but also the action and a good backstory too.
It wasn't just the kill shot; it was the spin.
I know, dude. That's how you get the bullet around the corner. You gotta spin your wrist like really fast. No, that's not.
You gotta create the vortex with your arm.
Yeah, right. It's not a vortex. It's not. You don't get the. Yeah, no. But that's again. Dude, I don't like studio productions. You know, when you get the guy who's like, "What if we could make that?" No. This does not work in this reality. We don't.
That's where you get a corner shot firearm. You ever seen one of those where it actually shoots around corners?
Oh, because it bends or whatever. Yeah, but it's actually like it doesn't like fire around the corner. It is around the corner.
It's like basically it's a mirror and like, you know.
Yeah, it's a bent gun.
A mechanical extension of your firearm that just attaches.
You're in a mechanical extension of a firearm.
That's exactly what I am.
Oh.
So let me ask you this: what is your all-time favorite movie ever?
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, like you freaking island movie. You're stuck. You only have one DVD player or one you get one movie. What's that movie?
It's narrowed down to 3. I mean,
dude, Breakfast Club. Hands down every single time. I will. Okay. Breakfast Club's mine.
If you could only have one movie on the island,
it's tough. I know.
This is like a little slice of hell. But if you could only have.
Breakfast Club has always been one of my top movies, but as silly as it may sound, I like Grease.
Dude, you know what? Grease is a decent production. I mean, I
used to skip school to go home and watch it.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's Memories, man.
But dude, that's, I mean, the music was great. The actors were great. I mean, the writing, I mean, like, it's just it's just a very enjoyable production. I mean,
I love the movie.
You ever seen Grease?
I like the.
On weed.
What was his name?
What, John Travolta or the?
No, the other guy, Kaneki.
Oh, Kaneki.
I thought he was cool. Jeff, what's his name?
Oh, you.
Conaway. Yeah, he was cool.
There you go. Yeah.
But that one, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz is always a good flick to watch.
That is true.
I mean, you want to
It's a
talk
classic.
about OG production.
It'll be around forever.
Wizard of Oz is by far my number one favorite movie. I actually have soda. I went to Wizard of Oz Land, and they have soda from the original, like, production, their merch that they were selling back in the 30s. So I have a collection of the soda bottles from 1930s with original soda in it. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And a bunch of random collectibles.
don't drink them. Don't drink them.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Good. Don't drink them.
It wouldn't be any good.
Yeah, they're probably flat.
Yeah, maybe arsenic or cocaine too. Who knows?
Whatever. Yeah.
It's
Wait, did they have
Coca-Cola.
cocaine in their Coke back then?
20s or when I think we looked this up one time.
30s?
Something like that. It was a weird year where they just all of a sudden like cut production on it.
Damn
I
it.
think that was around the 70s. But
No, I'm pretty sure. I think it was earlier than that when they actually cut it out of the recipe.
Wait, Coke Classic? It's coming back, man. All right.
That's not what he meant, man. No, it's not. But yeah, no, we're pretty much at that point. I think we should.
Yeah, we should totally.
Unfortunately, we've gotten to the coming to the conclusion of this program.
Oh,
It happens. But hey, I mean,
And
that's the
now,
first bottle.
what was that?
First bottle of Coca-Cola had 3.5 grams of cocaine in it. And it was invented in 1885.
Yes, but when did they stop putting the cocaine in the Coca-Cola?
That was the only bottle. It was just the first one.
Dude, just that one.
Just the one.
Just the one. And it's sold.
You know what they'd be?
hotcakes.
You know what they'd be doing with that today? They'd be drying that shit out, snorting it,
You're right.
shooting it up.
Why, man, when I can just make GHB from everything underneath my kitchen sink?
Are you freebasing Coca-Cola again? Don't
Some
do it.
pharmacies still sell Coca-Cola syrup as like a medicine.
I think they used to.
Dude, ketchup
When did they
originally
stop
was
that, though?
medicine.
I thought they stopped
Not
that.
a joke. You can look this up. Ketchup originally was marketed as medicine. They're like, oh, it works better on hamburgers, so we'll just make it a condiment now. It's not a joke. It was literally legit first marketed as medicine. Yeah, like Uncle Joe's Fixer Elixir. Dude, was just here you go.
Oh,
I looked that up for a trivia question. I was like, no, this is bullshit. There's no way. I looked up a both sides. Like, yeah,
snake oil salesman.
basically. So I mean, yeah, you're talking like
Sell the
back-
ketchup too, huh?
Yeah, like late 18s or early 1900. Like you're talking, a while ago where anything was being sold as an elixir, or, but
It was removed in 1903.
1903. There you go. It's yeah,
So it ran for a few years.
yeah, almost 2 decades, pretty much.
About 15.
That's why I said almost.
Wow.
Almost 2. Well, yeah.
Whatever.
1.5.
Either way, we gotta go. It's been fun. We gotta close the
It has
show.
been fun. It's been really fun.
Yeah,
All right.
this has been an absolute blast. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Yeah, thanks for doing the green room with us as well.
Yeah.
It's always a blast. Yeah, and I'm happy to hear that you got a lot of awesome stuff in the works this year. That's gonna be dope. I'm looking forward to seeing that
Yeah.
stuff. As well as, hey, when that stuff goes down, man, by all means, you're more than happy to come back and
Absolutely.
maybe
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys know.
absolutely.
I'll let you know as soon as we're done with our feature. Get you guys a copy.
Heck yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
I mean, you know, if there's going to be a screening party on the West Coast, we might need to take a vacation to, you know, go out.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Just say, hey, I have family on the West Coast. I haven't been to Washington yet. It'd be
I don't.
Really?
I mean, I got family everywhere.
Yeah, no, all my family is California. So I was born in Spain, raised in. I know we got to go, and I'm like,
Yeah,
give a
I
backstory now. Dave, it was an absolute pleasure. We're gonna talk more. This is first of many.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
But yeah,
I'd love to talk to you guys again.
absolutely. This is fam. We appreciate you. This has been I'm Telling You with Philly D.
Mr. Gemini.
Clickety clack, a fact checker, Miss JD.
Yeah, and special guest, Mr. Dave Schechter in the house. Yeah, if you could, please reach out to us. Hit us up, ITY, directionsandmusic.org, or you can get Gemini, GEMINI, at directionsandmusic.org. Bleep, blorp, bleep.
Or you could hit him up, you know, Philly D, PHILLY. At directionsandmusic.org.
That's what I sound like, by the way. But yeah, no, fam, we greatly appreciate you. And as we always say, be good to yourself, be good to everything else.
Much love.
Peace.
Peace.
Thank you.
Peace.